Hello everyone, it's Catherine here from Minky Fingered Cat. Another video. My face is a bit red. I've just had a shower and blow dried my hair, so I'm a bit warm. The last video I recorded, pretty sure was using the same set. Don't know, we'll have to have a look. But yes, I'm going to use the Concord and 9th Garden Path stencil and stamp set, but I have an idea. Okay, I'm not going to say it's my idea, as in I wrote down some time ago some prompts for me for ideas to try out, or techniques, or media to use in a particular way or something, all from Craft Stamper magazine. I was going through, I was decluttering, I was getting rid of the magazines, but I thought I'll just have another look through. Is there anything that sparks my ideas? And I wrote them all down, and I got like 3 sides of A4 in scribbles, so probably a side and a half of A4 in normal writing. So yeah, I spotted this prompt when I was just reviewing the list, and I thought, oh, I wonder if it'll work with that stencil set. So apologies, I'm using possibly the same thing as the last video, but hey, you see 2 different ways of using it. So the last one I did it pretty much how it's designed to do, inking with blending brushes and stuff like that. Dead quick, simple, dead easy. This time, let's see what happens. I mean, if you're seeing this, it obviously went well. If you're not seeing this, you won't know this ever existed, and it's because it was a disaster. So we'll see. Let's see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to pop you in the clamp and the overhead. See you in a minute. Okay, so got the stencil down, turned it into a fast forward because I was concentrating, so I wasn't doing a very good job of explaining what I was doing. But my idea is to use the stencil, but to create a watercolour picture. So I have put the stencil down over the top, and then I am wetting the open areas, and then I'm adding the ink into the wet and just trying to watercolour it. Now, I will warn you, this looks like a right old hot mess almost the entire way through, and I'm really unsure about what I'm doing. I'm really nervous whilst I'm doing it, and I'm not entirely sure that this is going to work. However, I love the final effect, so it was worth pursuing and continuing. What I will say is you do have to be quite patient, and I am not known for being patient when I craft. Part of the reason I love doing card making is because generally they're quite quick, and so I don't need to be patient. But for this, you do need to be a little bit more patient because you need to let it dry between the layers of ink and also between the different stencils so that you're not squishing the next stencil down on something that's wet. Because I put it on my grip mat, I couldn't heat it directly onto the grip mat either, so I did end up picking it up and using my heat tool occasionally. Also, my grip mat had kind of lost its stick, and the watercolour paper was also very warped because of both the water and the using the heat tool. But yeah, I'm just using Stampin' Up! Inks, to be honest, to add the colour into the shapes. I do add a little bit of definition to these leaves without the stencil being in place, just to add a little bit more colour to them. Now, I was aware I wasn't really going to be able to use the tiniest of the stencils, but I did still manage to get some dots into where the centres of the flowers were, and then I just slightly enhanced that as it came out. Now, because it was looking a hot mess, I thought, right, let's add splatter, see if that helps, and it did. It really did. So I added quite a loose splatter in the pink, and then a slightly more concentrated dots with a smaller brush for the orange splatter. Now, slightly regretted this because I did add in the stencil and do a bit of blending just for the centre of the flowers, but I don't really like how that looked. But it's quite pale, so it doesn't really detract from the watercolour nature of the rest of it. Now, apologies I went off camera here, but I'm stamping it, and I'm stamping it with multiple colours. I chose both the strawberry slush and the Tangelo Twist, I think, were the two colours. And then I have stamped again in Versamark and then used clear heat emboss just to add a little bit of shine to the letters and a little bit of dimension. So I'm choosing cardstocks here, and I ended up choosing both of them. So this is Calypso Coral, and as you can see, I'm adding quite a bit of glue because it's really quite warped, that watercolour paper. So it's a very fine matte of the Calypso Coral, which just edges it nicely, and then I'm adding a slightly wider matte of the, I think it was Petal Pink, but I did gut the centre just because I didn't really need that much cardstock, and I'll just pop that piece that's left into my scraps drawer for use for other things, so I'm not wasting the cardstock. And then I mount it onto a white card, and that's it. It's pretty much done. Off camera, I did add some gems in a darker coral colour and the pink colour, which you can probably see on the photos here, but I'm really pleased with how it worked. So if you enjoyed, please give a thumbs up, and I hope to see you again. Please do subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell if you want to be informed when the next video is up. And until next time, bye bye.